Well, this was absolutely inevitable. Tyler Shough has been named the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints for this Sunday's game against the Los Angeles Rams. It was reported early Tuesday. I believe Ian Rappaport had it first. The New Orleans Saints have now made it official. It's Tuesday, so it's an off day in the NFL, but word started to spread. Rappaport had it first that both Tyler Shough and Spencer Rattler had been informed, and now the Saints have put it out there via social media post. It's interesting because if you go back through this offseason, of course, throughout fall camp or training camp with Moore and Rattler, there was a quarterback battle. Rattler ended up getting the nod, and Kellen Moore, was asked back in late August about the chances of both playing there week one against Arizona. This is what he said back in August.
I don't see that likely. I think it's important someone's going to be our starter, and we're going to rally behind that guy, and he's going to go lead our team.
So they played one guy, Spencer Rattler. A handful of days later, he was asked again about the possible quarterback shuffle. This was August the 26th, so this is about 2 weeks before the opener.
That's the important thing, guys. We're not getting into this QB debate throughout this season. Spencer's our starting quarterback. Tyler's going to keep developing. Quarterbacks, you need a couple quarterbacks in seasons. These are long NFL seasons. And so, I think we do value that we have depth there, and we'll have to navigate the rest of it as we go. But, we're really excited about Spence. He's going to do an awesome job for us.
To his credit, he's not wrong. They have been committed to this point to one guy, Spencer Rattler. And despite the fact that he started 0-10 in his career as a starter, and this New Orleans Saints team this year is 1-7. They've stuck with one guy until Sunday. Now, what I'm going to say here is not new. It's the thing I've been saying since they drafted Spencer Rattler, and that I've said all season long. I'm sorry. It's the thing I've been saying since they drafted Tyler Shough, and I've been saying all season long. I do not believe the sole reason the New Orleans Saints are 1-7 is because Spencer Rattler has played poorly. I don't think that. He has played at times very clean, efficient football. Now, the past 2 weeks, turnovers have been a problem. You turn the ball over 4 times in a loss, that's a problem. You turn the ball over twice in the first half, including a deflected pick 6 and a fumble when you're driving early in the game. That's a problem because now you're contributing to the losses. But that has not been the case for Rattler throughout. It has been the past couple of weeks. But I do not believe the Saints are 1-7 because Spencer Rattler has played poorly. They're 1-7 because they stink. They are a talentless roster right now. They are arguably the worst roster in the NFL. Rookie head coach, no experience at quarterback. You're void of talent, aging veterans with expensive contracts. It's all the reasons that we've talked about for years here about how Mickey Loomis has driven this organization into the ground because he has screwed up contracts and screwed up drafts and screwed up hires, and they stink. That's why they're 1-7, not because of Spencer Rattler. Okay? Also true, Spencer Rattler has not elevated this team. You had an opportunity to win at home against Arizona. Now, I don't know that we're all going to point to the end of the game with Juwan Johnson dropping that ball in the end zone or failing to make a contested catch in the end zone. That would have tied the game or given you a chance to go for 2. Could Rattler have made other plays during the game? At some point, probably. A week later against San Francisco, you lose at home by 5, 26-21. Bottom line is, you've had some opportunities. Rattler is not elevating you, and you're not very good offensively. You're 22nd in the NFL in passing. You're 28th in the NFL in rushing. You're 29th in the NFL in scoring. You're averaging 16 points per game. Let me say that again slowly. You are averaging 16 points per game. You are not good. And I get it. You got a young offensive line at tackle. You got a bad offensive line in the interior. You're missing your starting center as your best line. You do not have dynamic weapons on the outside. Chris Olave grabbed the throat again this weekend. When Tyler Shough went into the game, he got him intercepted because he bobbled a ball right up into the air, got it ripped away by Antoine Winfield. Because Chris Olave is not a legit number 1. He's at best a 2, probably a 3 in the NFL. Rashid Shaheed fumbled on Sunday. You do not have dynamic playmakers on this offense. Alvin Kamara is old, so it's not all on Rattler. But you right now, the New Orleans Saints, have the best odds to finish with the worst record in the NFL. The Jets won this weekend. You have the best odds to finish with the worst record, meaning you'd have the number one pick. You are going to have a chance in April to draft the best quarterback in this class. I don't know who that is. We can have that conversation months from now. You're going to have the opportunity. And if it's not one and you pick 2 or 3 or 4, you're going to be picking somewhere in the top 5 with an opportunity to draft your franchise quarterback. You have got to know. I'm going to say this again. It's the same thing I've said for weeks. You have got to know what you have in Tyler Shough. You used the 40th pick on him. You spent all of the evaluation period, Senior Bowl, Combine, Pro Days, private workouts, evaluating last year's quarterback draft class, and used the 40th overall pick on Tyler Shough. You have got to find out if you have something there you feel like you can build around. I do not expect Tyler Shough to win the game Sunday in Los Angeles. I think the Saints will lose to the Rams. I don't know if Tyler Shough will win a single game as the starting quarterback of the Saints for the remainder of this season. Just like I'm not pinning all the losses on Rattler. And like I've said consistently since the offseason, I am not judging this team by wins and losses. They are not good enough, talented enough, deep enough of a roster to win games consistently in the National Football League. They are a bad football team. Anybody with 2 eyes could see this. Stevie Wonder could see it. Yeah, sorry. Hit the rim shot. Give me one. I deserve it. It's been a long 48 hours. I deserve it. Anyway, bottom line is you have got to give Tyler Shough the opportunity, the same opportunity that Spencer Rattler has had from the last year and through 8 games this year. You gave him half the season. Your team stinks. He's turning the ball over the past couple of weeks. You're not getting better. I get it. I'm not saying you throw dirt on Spencer Rattler's career after 8 starts this season. But he's had his opportunity. He's not elevating your offense. You have got to find out if you think there are things there with Tyler Shough that you can build upon. Because you're going to have an opportunity in April to draft whoever it may be. Fernando Mendoza, Lenoris Sellers. I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be. Well, again, we'll figure that out at a later date, whoever's at the top of the draft. But the question you're going to have to answer in April is, are you using that top 5 pick on your franchise quarterback? Or are you using that on a cornerstone franchise piece, a rush end, the best receiver in the draft, a lockdown corner, whomever it may be? Are you using that pick on that player that's going to make you better to complement your young quarterback? Well, you can't figure that out in practice. Until you throw him out there in the deep end on NFL Sundays to see how he reacts, you can't figure it out. This is 100% the right decision, and it is not a knock on Spencer Rattler. Rattler is what he is. He's a guy that is a talented player, does some things well. But the reality is he's a 5th-round pick, and if you're a 5th-round pick, you're going to have to do something extraordinary to become a team's franchise quarterback. He has not done that. You have invested the 40th overall pick in a quarterback. You are going to give him an opportunity. That's the bottom line. You are going to give him an opportunity to see if he can live up to that investment. Make good on that investment. That starts on Sunday. Again, I am not going to pick the Saints to beat the Rams. I don't know that I'm going to pick them to win another game. They got some opportunities to play the Jets at home, play the Dolphins at home. You got some opportunities. But I'm not expecting this to be great. But we got to see what it looks like so you can have as much information as possible when you go into the draft process in April to know if you are picking a quarterback or if you're picking someone else to complement your young quarterback. And that starts on Sunday. It's 100% the right decision to start Tyler Shough, and he should start for the remainder of this season. Give him a 9-game sample as your starter to see how it looks. And you'll gather all that information, and you'll make a decision at the end of this season. But it starts on Sunday against the Rams. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.